Hidden in the tree lines, next to a busy Belgian highway, we found a home with a very interesting story. This place used to be of Mrs. Josepha. She lived here all her life and she was known around the town as a very community person. She even taught German and French at the local elementary school. But all great stories come to an end, and at a certain point in life, Mrs. Josepha fell sick of Alzheimer. Many people recommended her to leave her home behind, but she was determined to stay, and they had to help her out. All around the home, people placed notes to help her out and find important things around the house, because she forgot and did not remember where she placed things. Today we're gonna explore our home and our memories that she left behind, and we invite you to come on this journey with us. Before I'm gonna start off this video, you can see my beard has grown pretty long. And that's because of the Corona quarantine, and I've decided to keep it this way until my first exploration. And today is my first exploration again here in Belgium, in front of this house of Josepha that we are gonna show you in a minute. So you can reckon I'm pretty excited to explore this place. We're standing here now in the front of it. And some windows are smashed, but I don't think that's vandalism, because there are a lot of trees over here. And one of the trees has fallen right to the window. So it's probably gonna break it in a minute. Yeah, in a few months. But let's go inside and check out this place and see how Josepha lived the last days of her life in here. What an entrance. Number 42 of the street. You can see we got this little lantern over here. Looks like a train lantern or something that they used in the mines. All the spider webs around it. This place hasn't been entered for a very long time, as you can see. I bet it's gonna make a squeaky noise. Let's hear. Yes, it does. Wow. We just entered into the entrance hall of the place. And the first thing that caught my eye when I got into this house, like I told you before in the story, this woman, Josepha, she had Alzheimer. And I reckon that these little papers, on this paper it says, don't forget to pick off the key of the door. So probably somebody hanged it up for her, so she could remember that she had to take the key off the door. And she probably left or came into the house, so nobody could break in. Little puppet over here. This downstairs floors, I have to be honest, is a bit trashed, but we're just gonna go through it. Upstairs is much more beautiful. All the beds are left behind, but that's for in a moment from now. All the food is over here. This little entrance cabinet, excuse me, as you can see. Oh wow, I see some old school pictures over here from some people. You can see, this is our Mrs. Josepha in her older days. Ah, she went to Scotland. Look at that. See? Oh, yes. People told me that I always have to look at the back of the pictures, and I see here is from the 6th of July 1977. Wow. Then we enter. She was a teacher, of course, teacher in German and English, and she was pretty literate, so she had a lot of books in her house. And this was the room where she probably kept all her books, and probably also read them. Look at this bookshelf. These are probably kids' books or something like that. I want to take out one to see what it's like. Oh, what's that? That's a pretty interesting book. It's fully in Dutch. I'm gonna place it back later, so don't worry. See me placing books everywhere, but I placed them at the correct place at the end of the video. And here we have some letters on the fireplace. Oh wow, this is an exercise for children in the classroom. And this is some French verbs that they could learn. Le cousin, the cousin, and stuff like that. I had to repeat it. Some more books on this side. Look at this over here. some sort of a photo album. This is also from 1977. Just saw 1977 coming back. So there's something about this date. Oh, this are the same pictures. And I think the pictures that are over there have been taken out of this book. So this was also in Scotland. We see our Mrs. Josepha over here. Wow, this doesn't look like Scotland. It looks more like Germany. No, it's in the East Street in Chester. So it's England, Scotland. So, wow, lovely to see all these memories behind. In this room, I'm not so fond of. I have to say that this room that we're probably standing in right now is trashed by some vandals. Doesn't look like like Josepha, Mrs. Josepha did this herself. Be honest with me. There's like trash everywhere. All the books are on the floor. She also kept some books on the windowsill over here. Look, all the learning books for the children. This is a book about geography of Australia. It costs 50 euros, it says over here. That's pretty expensive. See another book from Scotland. Scotland, she was, I think, a big fan of Scotland. Australia, Scotland. Yeah, a lot of learning books. Look at this chair over here. This looks like one of those Chesterfield chairs. Would love to have this chair. Wow. Some more stuff on this side. I'm not gonna go any further into that. Let's go into this room. And here we have some sort of a bureau. She probably corrected some exercise, gave to the children over here. The building is deteriorating fast. Oh, look over here on the wall. It says July of 2015. Wow, here are all the dates, all her appointments are on this calendar, as you can see. All the hours that she had to be somewhere, and the names of the people that she had a meeting with, the date that it got abandoned. Okay, and now we're entering into what I believe is the kitchen. No, this is the dining room, excuse me. But the first thing I want to point out over here are these cabinets, and they have these labels on them. See? Over here it says medical cabinet in Dutch. And over here it says dry food cabinet, and all these cabinets have their labels, just like the front door where she couldn't forget to take off her key. And this was because of her Alzheimer. Somebody placed it here. We have this cabinet also still filled with food and tea, some mayonnaise, some Belgian mayonnaise at the back over there. And it's so cool. It used to be a table, but it's gone now. Over there we got some more cabinets, again with all those labels, the cups and everything. It says over here what's inside of the cabinets. Here it says there's plates and cups over there inside of here, so that she could remember where she put all our stuff. Oh my gosh, look over here. There's some food over here on this chimney. What's this? This looks like an agenda. Oh my gosh, it's from 1981. Look at that. This is excuse me. I'm gonna clean it up. This is her agenda from when she was a teacher, as you can see. Wow, it's about the Christian schools and everything, and what she had to do with the children. This is so incredibly cool. And then we finally go into the kitchen. The last plates are still over here. Some oil on the table. Wow. Look at the huge spiders that are in this cabinet. Wow. This is just crazy. There's also an outside area, a little terrace. A huge garden, which I'm going to show at the end. But first, let's head upstairs and see what we can find over there. So, upstairs right now. Upstairs is always the place where you can find the most deepest memories, because over here people didn't share with everybody. These were private memories. So I'm gonna look right now what we can find of our beloved Josepha. As you can see, this was our little sink, as you could prepare ourselves in the morning. Everything is left behind. Some alcohol, some brushes. This is our medical cabinet. Wow. There used to be a bot over there. That's gone. I sometimes get the comment in the comment section to close these windows when I find them open, so the place doesn't deteriorate as fast. But I don't agree with them, because I have the value and I want to leave the places like I find them. So I would never close a window like this, that it's open right now. So excuse me for the people that ask me that. That's my philosophy on it, and I will not change it. Let's go a bit further into the place and see what we can find. Another little room, not too interesting. This looks like a master bedroom over here. Beautiful paintings on the wall. There was supposed to be a bed in here, or this was a dressing room or something like it, but there's no bed anymore. There are some clothes and some shoes from our beloved Mrs. Josepha behind. Her purse. Wow. Before we go up there, there's one last room down here. And this is a full bedroom with everything in it. Unbelievable. It must have been weird for her living in this place and don't remembering anything that she did the other day or where she put stuff, and having to look at these little notes that somebody put around her house. It must just be terrible. We have our vanity over here. All the clothes on it. Wow. Look at this. This is one of her dresses. Unbelievable. Still boggles me every time when I explore places to see all the clothes that are left behind. Does nobody want these things? What's the problem with people? I ask myself from time to time. It seems like people are just too rich and they don't care about stuff anymore. They're just like, this is worth not that much, I'm not gonna put in the effort to even save the memories of the person they used to love and that put a lot of care into bringing them up. I would never leave anything behind that my parents, the memories that my parents made, I would just take them into my own house. But over here it seems like the children don't even care about their parents. It's just so incredibly sad. We have another little, these look like men, oh no, these are also women's clothes. Another bedroom filled with women's clothes. Probably also from Josepha. Look at this. A bed. Got a wool spinning wheel over here to the side. Pretty neat stuff. Jesus Christ. And then there's one last room up here that I want to show. There's a Christmas tree in the middle of this room for some weird reason. Another bedroom of somebody. I love to see these jugs here. Look at this jug on this vanity over here. This is where I think this one is for doing your duty at night, but I'm not 100% sure. This could also be for water to wash your face. So if anybody knows, let me know in the comment section. There's a little crib for a child over there in the corner. Look at that. Wow. As one, then to end of the video, I think I'm gonna go down again and check out the garage and the outside. Also probably pretty nice to see. So let's go there right now. I was just in this room and I filmed the kitchen over here. There was also a garage attached to it. It's not that much anymore. But here our beloved Mrs. Josepha would put her car. Some stuff attached to it. Let's see. A little shed over here. yeah, some normal housey stuff. And we got also the outside over here. Wow, look how overgrown everything is. It's just crazy to see. Gotta be a little bit careful with the neighbor. Yeah, look at this. And then we can also go to the left. We have also another garage door over here. It's probably not a car. Oh wow! Look at this. For some animals, for some horses, I think. Oh my gosh! Look at the spider webs in here. This is just crazy. I think this just looks fantastic. All the straws hanging here and the spider webs and yeah, just love it. Just go to the back here. It's probably a little storage unit. All the ivy that has grown in here. Oh my gosh. Just wonderful. I forgot to mention, and I haven't looked in it yet, but there's also a basement. So we're gonna explore this for the first time together. Let's see what's down here. Basements are always pretty scary. Some newspaper over here. The last step of the stairway is broken. Oh my gosh, I almost fell. I almost fell there, but didn't. Our beloved Mrs. Josepha stored some food over here, as you can see. She probably made this herself. Some jam. This looks like there are mushrooms. Abandoned mushrooms. Crazy. Just crazy. Pretty low basement actually. Let's see what's over there. Oh, this is our burner for heat. And this is like you can put everything into this. This is an all burner, we call it. Here she had a coal bucket and some stuff to put into the burner to heat up her house. So in Mrs. Josepha literature room, where she kept all her books, I'm gonna end this week's video. I want to thank her for her life, and it was a pretty sad story seeing how somebody had to live in their house with Alzheimer, how this all worked. And yeah, thank you very much. There's a link in the description for Patreon, there you can support us a little bit. If you support us over 10 euros a month, then your name will be at the end of the video, which you will see in a second. All the people that support us are over there. So please, helps us a lot, especially in these times. And my beard can now go, so I'm gonna shave it off. Bye bye guys, see you next week.